Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. So yesterday I just did the opening video or the first preview of the upcoming season NHL 2020-21, and today we'll start with the divisions preview. So today we are starting with the North Division or Canadian Division, however you want to call it. It's composed of only Canadian teams. There are 7 of them and they will be playing only against each other. So they will not be playing against US teams, that's the plan, and they will be playing against each other 9 or potentially 10 matches. It is supposed to be a 56 games regular season with the starting date January 13th and end date the beginning of May. So let's start and look at the individual teams, about their statistics from the recent years, about the most notable players which left, and also mention just most notable players which arrived, some rookies to watch, and just the basic statistics. And I will be doing also predictions about the divisions, but that will be a little bit later. Today we'll just do the preview of the first division of the North. So let's start with the Ottawa Senators. So Ottawa, last year it has been a really tough years from Ottawa Senators. 2017-18 only 67 points, the year after, so 2018-19 only 64 points, and the last season 2019-20 they had 72 points. Of course I have their star because it wasn't really, the regular season didn't end, so it really didn't have 82 games, but Ottawa finished with 72 points. There was already improvement when we compare it to the last 2 full seasons. So Ottawa is definitely on the rise, like Ottawa will not be that bad again, I think. So we are looking at Ottawa that could only improve. That's the only thing, and I think Ottawa really slowly is on her way to just improve overall. Ottawa definitely has some really exciting young players, and Ottawa has some bright future ahead. So finally the Senators fans should be happy about the future, but probably this upcoming season it won't be like a breakthrough season for Senators. I'm not expecting them to make playoffs, but I think it should be definitely nice time to watch their game. So last season, Ottawa power play 14.21%, 31st in the league. The worst power play in the league by the Senators. They definitely have to work with the coach DJ Smith to improve that. That's just a must. And PK, so penalty kill 76%, again not that good, definitely 28 in the league. So they also have to improve their PK. But from the last team in the league, it is obvious that their special teams won't be that good. Goals for last season 2.68%, 25th in the league. Goals against 3.35%, 30th in the league. So again, not the best numbers, but Ottawa was expected basically to not be the best team last season. What about the rookie watch? So definitely the most exciting rookie to watch in Ottawa will be Tim Stützle. I'm very excited to watch him, how he will play, because last season of course he was playing in Germany in the men's league. He wasn't playing in North America. This would be his first year in the North America, so I'm very excited to look how Tim Stützle will do. In the basically also we all know that in North America there are a little bit smaller sized ice, you know, just where they are playing. So it will be interesting to see how Tim Stützle does, but he definitely, without a doubt, he's a very talented player, and he has a lot of upsides, and especially, you know, those tricks, he's very good at those decks. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Tim Stützle can do in Ottawa. Out Anthony Duclair probably will not play with Ottawa next season. He still is an UFA, but most probably he will not sign again in Ottawa. So Ottawa will be playing without Anthony Duclair. And last season, which was a down season, I chose Matthew Tkachuk with 21 goals and 23 assists in 71 games played. He's definitely expected to, give some higher numbers this season. He was not averaging a point per game. I think that, it's of course Brady Tkachuk. Brady Tkachuk is available of scoring over a point per game, and I think that this season definitely should be better than he had last season. But also when you look at it, Colin White as well didn't have a best season, so there are some players that should improve. Also, Erik Brandström, he's also expected to improve. So that's for Ottawa. Let's go to Vancouver. So Vancouver last season, power play 24%, fourth in the league. Really good power play from Vancouver, especially Quinn Hughes on that blue line. Very good. Just a decent season for Quinn Hughes overall. Elias Pettersson, Brock Besser, these guys, Bo Horvat on that first power play unit. Really great for Vancouver. Penalty kill 80%, so 16th in the league, just mediocre, not that good, not that bad either. Goals for 3.25, so there was 8th in the league, and goals against 3.120th in the league. So Vancouver was capable of scoring a lot of goals, but on the other hand, they were also conceding like more than they probably should have. And a 17-18 season, 73 for Vancouver, 18-19, 81 points. But the last season, it was really a great season for Vancouver overall, and also for the fans of Canucks. So 93 points in the shortened regular season. And of course, Vancouver beat Minnesota. Then Vancouver also managed to beat St. Louis Blues. That was a great surprise. Then a battle with Vegas, of course. Rookie to watch in Vancouver probably will be Rafferty. Who is out? Vancouver has a lot of players out, so that could be a big concern for Vancouver for the whole franchise. Out is Jacob Markstrom. That is probably the most notable player who has left. Jacob Markstrom was a great part of that success that Vancouver had in the playoffs last season. He was, MVP, I think, for Vancouver last season. So really, Markstrom will be missed in Vancouver. That's for sure. And also some other players like Josh Lavo, Lafferty, or also some other players, Tyler Toffoli. So a couple of players left Vancouver, and the Canucks will have to find some way how to replace them. So this I am seeing a great downside for Vancouver to replace those players who have left. Okay, and low season, it was definitely for Brock Besser. Brock Besser, 16 goals, 29 assists in 57 games. I think he is capable definitely of scoring more. We had seen it in his rookie campaign, and I think that he should be better this season than he was last season. Also, Elias Pettersson didn't have really that great numbers, but he was averaging pretty much a point per game, so I feel like Besser probably had a little bit worse season than Pettersson, but they both definitely could improve. And of course, Quinn Hughes, just a great potential ahead of him. Montreal Canadiens, let's look at the Habs right now. So Habs, last season power play 18%, 22nd in the league, not that good. PK 79%, so overall 19th in the league. So yeah, the special teams for Montreal really not that good. Goals for 2.93, so almost averaging 3 goals per game. It was 19th in the league, as well as goals against 3.1, 19th in the league. So really just these statistics a little bit below average for Montreal. Montreal 17-18 season, 71 points, but they really considerably improved. In season 18-19 they had 96 points, and the last season 19-20, 82 points. 82 points. Of course, they were playing in round series Pittsburgh Penguins, and that was a great upset. Montreal was able to beat Pittsburgh, and then Montreal was playing against Philadelphia, and really Montreal did play well in the last season's playoffs. So it's just, I don't know honestly what to expect from the Habs this season. I do not know because in playoffs they were playing kind of, I would say really well, but in the regular season it was like a mediocre, as you can see from these numbers. Rookie to watch in Montreal, probably it will be Romano. Out is Max Domi, of course. Max Domi, he left in a trade with Columbus for Anderson. Anderson had a very low year. Definitely, it was expected for Anderson to have more points, but I decided to pick as a low year Kotkaniemi, the number third seed from the draft, just for a few years before. So Kotkaniemi, 6 goals, 2 assists in 36 games played. Really a down year for Kotkaniemi, and I'm really waiting for that breakthrough year, and I think really that it could be this year. So we'll see how Kotkaniemi has worked on his form recently during these long months without hockey, but I think that definitely he should improve this next season. So let's go further to Calgary. So Calgary last season power play 21%, that was 12th best in the league. PK 82%, 8th best in the league. So really good PK for Calgary, and that power play wasn't really bad either. Goals for 2.91, that was 20th in the league, and goals against 3.06, that was 16th in the league. So when we look at Calgary and the last 3 seasons, in the 17-18, Calgary had 84 points. Then it was really a breakthrough year for the Flames in 18-19 with 107 points. It was just a great year for the first attacking formation, Goodrow, Monahan, and Lindholm. And also it was a great year for Mark Giordano, when he also, was given a trophy for the best defender. So the Norris Trophy, and the last season it was 93 points in the shortened regular season. So again, a good numbers for Calgary, but the Flames had some issues in the playoffs. Of course, here after a great season, losing against Colorado Avalanche, the emerging team with a lot of bright young talent. So Calgary really, again, last season wasn't great in the playoffs for the Flames. So the Flames really have to improve in the playoffs. That's like the most important thing for Calgary, because the regular season last 2 years were kind of a good, but the playoffs were just really bad for the Flames. So that's the main focus for this team, to improve in the playoffs. And when we look at rookie, Mackey, probably the most notable rookie. When we look at the players who have left, Brody, TJ Brody, probably the most notable, but Calgary got some compensation for that. From Vancouver came Tanev and also Markstrom, so really Calgary should be fine. And when we look at the low year, I think Goodrow was expected to score more, 18 goals, 40 assists in 70 games played. So he really had a great year in that 18-19 season, but last year it wasn't the best from Johnny Gaudreau, and overall from that first formation for Calgary, it wasn't the best as well. So definitely they will be expected to improve this upcoming season. Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton Oilers are a very interesting team. Last season, power play best in the league, 30%, of course, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, they two alone with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, just a beautiful power play, 30% scoring, averaging almost every third power play with a goal. That's just great numbers for Edmonton. PK was 84%, second in the league, so special teams for Edmonton absolutely working ideally last season. We'll see if they can manage to keep this high level during the special teams even this year. So that's what I will be very interested to see, if they really can maintain this high level during power play and PK. When we look at goals for, 3.14, that was 14th in the league, and goals against, 3.03, that was 15th in the league. So just an average for Edmonton in this category. When we look at last 3 seasons for the Oilers, 17-18, 78 points, 18-19, 79 points. So a really frustrating years for Connor McDavid. Really Edmonton wasn't able to break through in the regular season, but last season it was good, 96 points in the shortened regular season. Really the bright stars of Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl just exploded. They too were able to carry Edmonton on their shoulders, literally, and Edmonton had a great campaign. McDavid finally was able to play in the playoffs, so I think McDavid also was happy, but he would rather, stick in that playoff a little bit longer and not be kicked out in the first playing round series against Chicago. So that was definitely a big blow for Edmonton. Rookie to watch, probably Beauchard. Out is Athanasiou. Of course, he came from Detroit Red Wings. Athanasiou is not technically out because he is still UFA, so he hasn't signed with any other team, but it is expected that he won't come back to Edmonton. And probably low season for Tyson Barrie, who was also the brightest addition to Edmonton. Tyson Barrie from Toronto, that was a great addition, I think, for the Oilers, and Tyson Barrie would be looking this season for, a little bit higher point totals than he had last season. 5 goals, 34 assists. So 39 points in 70 games played. Tyson Barrie is definitely capable of scoring more, and he will be expected to score more this upcoming season for the Oilers. So definitely watch out for Tyson Barrie and how he will do in his first full season with the Oilers. Toronto. So when I look at Toronto, probably this is the last, one of the last chances, if not the last chance for Toronto to finally, after many years, after over 50 years, to win the cup. The fans in Toronto are just absolutely pumped. They want to see cup in Toronto finally once again, but it will be very tough for the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs power play last season 23%, so 6th best in the league. Really good power play, but the PK was a little bit worse, 77% only, so that was 21st in the league. When we look at goals for, 3.339, so it was 3rd best in the league. Goals against, however, 3.1726 in the league. So as you can see here, the defensive side of the game is the problem for the Maple Leafs. Like the offensive side with the power play, 6th best in the league, and the goals for actually 3rd best in the league. The offensive side, of course, with the likes of Tavares, of Marner, Matthews, of those bright offensive stars. The offensive side really is not a problem, but the defensive side, especially also without Tyson Barrie and some other guys, that could be a big problem for Toronto also this upcoming season. That will be definitely the biggest problem that Sheldon Keefe would want to fix. When we look at the last 3 seasons for Toronto Maple Leafs, regular seasons are just great for Toronto without a doubt. 17-18, 105 points, 18-19, 100 points, last season 95 points. So regular seasons are no problem for the Maple Leafs. The problems for Toronto usually come in the playoffs. Like, of course, we know Boston, the 2 times against Boston, that's just a nightmare for Toronto. The season before against Capitals. So Toronto, like, the imperative for them is just to win in playoffs. It's pretty much same than Calgary in the last years. Just a good regular season, but then during playoffs, it's just all, it just doesn't mean anything regular season in the playoffs, really. That's why hockey's that beautiful game, because really it's not like in football, European football, when you see league, it's like basically regular season, right? And the teams finish as a regular season. You got the title when you are first in the regular season. You have no playoffs, but in hockey you have playoffs, and that's beautiful. Of course, for fans, it's like very attractive. So Toronto definitely has to work on the playoffs and on the playoffs results, and they just would definitely be very happy when they would not have to face Boston. So we'll see. And rookie Robertson, probably not really notable rookie for Toronto. Out Tyson Barrie. That is probably the biggest blow for Toronto. Tyson Barrie was a very important part of the Toronto blue line right now. They must try to just work without him. And also they lost Kapanen, for example, so that's another offensive player that just left Toronto. So few others, but I think Toronto should be fine. but it will be very interesting to see how also Frederick Anderson would come back, because Frederick Anderson is my low, the only goaltender on the board last season, only 90.9% save percentage. He definitely is expected to have a little bit higher save percentage here. And yeah, so the problem with Toronto I see, and probably everybody see, is the defense. The offensive part of the game is no problem, no worries. Toronto is capable of scoring goals, we all know that, but the defensive side is usually the problem for the Maple Leafs in the recent years. So we'll see how they will cope also without Barry, how they will work in the defensive part of the game. Let's look at Winnipeg now. So the last team on the board, Winnipeg. Winnipeg. That's a very interesting team. Power play last season 20%, 15th in the league. PK 78%, 22nd in the league. So just an average special teams. Goals for 3.00. That was 17th in the league, and goals against 2.83. That was 10th best in the league. So, like Winnipeg, based on this, has definitely a better defense than offense. This is also thanks to the Connor Hellebuyck, who had just a beautiful year last year. Winnipeg is on a little bit of a downside, we could say. Season 17-18, a beautiful 114 points. That was really a great season for Winnipeg. Then 18-19, also good, 99 points, but it was 15 points less than the seasons before, and the last season 92 points. Of course, this was a shortened regular season, but still Winnipeg managed to get into playing round. But then again, in the playoffs, it wasn't really the best from the Jets. Rookie Ville Heinola, definitely the most notable rookie coming up for the Jets. Out, probably Cody Eakin is the most notable player on his way out of the Winnipeg. Cody Eakin was a decent third line center, but Winnipeg, I think, could live without Cody Eakin. He was very important, but Winnipeg definitely will manage to stay productive even without Cody Eakin. And low here, of course, Paul Stasny. The addition for Winnipeg, I think Stasny could be a great addition for the Jets. Vegas really weren't satisfied with Paul Stasny last season. He had a little bit of a down year, only 17 goals and 21 assists in 71 games played, so he is back in Winnipeg once again, and I'm just very excited to see how Paul Stasny will do this next season. He definitely is expected to score some higher numbers of goals and assists during this 2021 shortened regular season, only 56 games, but definitely Paul Stasny should be a very important part of the Winnipeg offense and also defense. He's a great two-way center. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Winnipeg will be missing some other players as well, but I decided to put just here Cody Eakin as the most notable one. And that's pretty much it from the 7 teams from Canada. That's your North Division for the NHL season 2020-2021, basically only 2021. And I will do predictions when I finish with all the previews from these divisions. So as of right now, that's just all I wanted to say. And yeah, thank you very much guys for watching. Definitely leave a like down below if you did enjoy this video, and definitely leave a comment also down below, and write down who you will be supporting out of these 7 teams. Who is like the team you like the most? Like I personally, I am from Slovakia, so I'm not living even in North America, but I will be probably, I would say, cheering for Vancouver. That's like my favorite out of these 7 teams. But I'm sure that you guys who are from Canada are definitely more involved in this whole thing. So definitely leave a comment down below who you will be cheering for, so that I know which of my fans are cheering for which club. So thank you guys very much for watching once again. I hope you have a beautiful day. Stay safe, that's the most important thing right now. And I will talk to you again probably tomorrow or very soon, basically. So thank you very much guys for watching, and stay safe, and bye for now. Bye guys.